Captain James McDonald is his full name, but we call him Captain James here. He's the captain of, at one time, the Lure, then he moved over to Harmony when Harmony arrived, and some other ships before that. I reported this back in April 30th, that Harmony had to make an unscheduled stop in Cozumel to drop off in a medical emergency. Well, it just so happened it was Captain James. They had to get him to the hospital quickly, so they got him to a Cozumel hospital. Then I heard later that he was airlifted back to the United States here. Well, we just found out he has passed away. The ailment was he had a heart attack. He had a pretty massive heart attack, and he just didn't. For a while he fought it, but he didn't. He finally succumbed to the effects of the heart attack. There's a lot of people here who enjoyed him being the captain. He was a very boisterous captain and a fun-loving captain, and he was well beloved by the Royal Caribbean family, the crew, the ships that he captained, and many passengers who've got to meet him and personally. And he's going to be very much missed. And it's a personality that Royal Caribbean's going to have a hard time filling. But knowing Royal Caribbean, they will find they have plenty of outstanding captains. But he definitely has meant something to the cruising community within the Royal Caribbean. It's prayers to him and to his family and friends, and to the Royal Caribbean family. It's a tight-knit group, and I'm sorry to hear that they lost a wonderful captain. Captain James, my hat's off to you, buddy. Update on the. I wanted to put this little addendum in the middle of my video about Captain James. The reason why I mentioned so much about him here, well, he means so much for Galveston cruise industry. He was the captain of Liberty of the Seas when we had Liberty here, and Liberty's a much-loved ship here in Galveston. She's been here for quite a few years. I sailed on her in 2015 from New Jersey to Galveston, which repositioned to here. That 13-day cruise was still one of my best cruises yet. That's when I fell in love with Liberty of the Seas then. And I sailed on Liberty of the Seas multiple times out of Galveston. And Captain James was the captain of Liberty. And then when Allure come to Galveston, arrived, he moved from Liberty of the Seas to Allure. And he was Allure's captain for her duration here in Galveston. And then, of course, when Harmony came and replaced Allure, Captain James moved over to Harmony. He is very well thought of here in Galveston, and that's the reason why I want to talk so much about him before I move on to the other subject of this broadcast. Anyway, thank you. Go. And on getting that bridge replaced, so they pretty much got the county, the state, the navigation district in Galveston, and they were trying to get UTMB, not UTMB, Texas A&M. Texas A&M would be mad at me with that. Texas A&M Galveston to pitch in some money and some effort to put the bridge in and do a realignment for it, and so they have a better roadway leading to and from the bridge on the island side. You still come up there to the 51st Street and Harborside intersection, still be coming up there, but they're talking about making some other kind of configuration. But the access I did mention that they did have access to and from the island, but now their state, the engineers down there are monitoring the traffic, trying to keep as much traffic off the island as possible. I guess the crew, the workers over there working in the industry, and even Texas A&M and the dry dock where the Battleship Texas working, they're going to have some way. I know that some of the tour boats and all have been providing like a taxi service from Galveston Island to Pelican Island, but they were just letting one vehicle at a time across the bridge for a while there. But I heard that they even restricted that now, so I don't know how they're going to work it, but they're talking about for a few days shut it down and see until they get the full assessment of the damage and what they can do to stabilize it until they do replace it. They're slated to replace in 2025, which actually I think it should have been 2015 when they replaced it 10 years ago. But don't get me started on that, because that's been a sore spot for many of us here. That bridge has been rough shape, built in the 1950s, man, and it just needs to be done. It needs to get done now. Anyway, that's all I got to talk about. Hope you guys are doing well, and those of you on a cruise, I'm jealous. And when those of you about to go on a cruise, I'm jealous of you too. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful weekend coming up. I plan to go down to Galveston and spend some time on the Strand, my usual spot at Mobetta Market, and open up my computer and probably write another article for the paper. But anyway, y'all be safe and careful out there, and I hope to meet you on a future cruise. Bye.